There's fun in Hollywood, but if it's left unchecked, it could maim, destroy, or worse, kill. These vintage beauties have had the wildest Hollywood fun, and they stood at the edge. Did it consume them? No. These beauties broke free from their grips of alcohol addiction. These beauties have immense strength and resilience, and you may know some of them. So, without further ado, these are vintage beauties who broke out from alcohol addiction. Some did it better than others. Elizabeth Taylor. Elizabeth Taylor was born on February 27, 1932 in London, England to parents Sarah Taylor and Frances Taylor, who were Americans and art dealers from St. Louis, Missouri. Her mother was a stage actress but gave up when she married. Then, the family relocated to Los Angeles when the clouds of war began brewing in Europe in 1939. And it was that relocation that changed everything. A family friend noticed the strikingly beautiful little Elizabeth and suggested she be taken for a screen test. Her test impressed executives at Universal Pictures, and they gave her a contract. The sexy Taylor debuted in 1942's There's One Born Every Minute, and she was 10 when Universal released it. Unfortunately for her, Universal dropped her after that one film, but Elizabeth wouldn't be out in the woods for long. MGM picked her up. Before long, she became a legendary actress known for her beauty, talent, and charisma. She quickly rose to fame for her roles in iconic films such as National Velvet, Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, and Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. Elizabeth's dazzling violet eyes, jet black hair, and hourglass figure captivated audiences worldwide, earning her the nickname Violet-Eyed Vixen. In 1963, she starred in Cleopatra, one of the most expensive productions at that time, and her salary was a whopping sum of $1 million. The film took years to complete due in part to a serious illness during which she nearly died. And guess what? Elizabeth Taylor possessed an immense collection of exquisite jewelry, such as the renowned 33-carat Krupp diamond, the Duchess of Windsor diamond brooch, the Grand Duchess of Russia emeralds, the La Perigna pearl gifted by Richard Burton, and the iconic 69-carat pear-shaped Burton Cartier diamond, renamed the Burton Taylor diamond in 1969. Elizabeth Taylor was known for her multiple marriages, which garnered significant media attention and scrutiny. The ups and downs of her marriages, divorces, and remarriages added layers of emotional strain and turmoil to her personal life. The stress and emotional toll of these relationships and the pressure from work drove Taylor toward alcohol as a way to cope with the challenges and heartaches she faced. During the heights of her career, Elizabeth struggled with alcohol addiction, which threatened to derail her life and career. Her battle with the bottle was well documented by the media, painting her as a troubled starlet caught in a downward spiral. She once commented on her drinking habit saying, quote, "I had a hollow leg. I could drink everyone under the table and not get drunk. My capacity was terrifying," unquote. However, Elizabeth was determined to overcome her addiction and take back control of her life, which she did. However, she paid for the consequences of her indulgence dearly. In an interview with Barbara Walters in the late 1990s, she explained that she was still willing to act, but because of her medical problems, no movie company would insure her. In addition to many other medical problems, including a benign brain tumor she had removed, she had broken her back 4 times. This caused her severe pain when walking or standing for long amounts of time. Always drink responsibly, guys. Ava Gardner. Ava Lavinia Gardner, born on December 24, 1922 in Smithfield, North Carolina, emerged as a timeless beauty and talented actress known for her sultry charm and captivating presence on screen. At age 18, her picture in the window of her brother-in-law's New York photo studio brought her to the attention of MGM, leading her to a contract with the iconic studio in the early 1940s. Her acting career took off, and she starred in numerous successful films, establishing herself as one of the leading ladies of Hollywood's golden era. In 1942, Gardner married fellow actor Mickey Rooney, but the marriage ended in divorce after a brief period. She later married band leader Artie Shaw in 1945, which also ended in divorce due to Shaw's controlling nature. Her most famous marriage was to the legendary Frank Sinatra in 1951, which garnered immense media attention and lasted until 1957. After 3 failed marriages, dissatisfaction with Hollywood life prompted Ava to move to Spain in 1955. Most of her subsequent films were made abroad. By this time, stardom had made the country girl a cosmopolitan woman. However, she never overcame a deep insecurity about acting and life in the spotlight. In 1968, financial difficulties in Spain prompted her to move to London, where she spent her final 22 years in relative comfort. While her film career may not have brought her complete fulfillment, her unparalleled beauty was a defining feature of her legacy, with many admirers still considering her the most stunning actress in Hollywood's history. Throughout her tumultuous personal life and high-profile marriages, Gardner struggled with alcohol addiction, turning to alcohol as a coping mechanism for the pressures of fame and relationships. Ava knew she needed help and drank too much. Unfortunately, she lost her battle with alcohol addiction, and it was too late before she stopped. Rita Hayworth. Rita Hayworth, born Margarita Carmen Cancino on October 17, 1918 in Brooklyn, New York, emerged as one of Hollywood's most iconic stars during the golden age of cinema. Her journey from a young girl passionate about dancing to a renowned actress is a tale with equal parts of good and bad. She has had a serious battle with alcohol addiction, however, we'll save that for later. In her early life, Rita's father, Eduardo Cancino, a professional dancer, recognized her talent and trained her in various dance forms from a young age. She made her film debut at 16 and initially found success in small roles, captivating audiences with her beauty and charisma. It was her transformation into Rita Hayworth, a glamorous Hollywood star, that catapulted her to fame. Rita's personal life was marked by tumultuous relationships, including 5 marriages, with her most notable union being with Prince Ali Khan. Despite her professional success, Rita faced challenges in her personal relationships, which took a toll on her well-being. This, coupled with the demands of fame and pressures of Hollywood, led her down a path of alcohol addiction. After a few rather forgettable films in the 1960s, her career was essentially over. Her final film was The Wrath of God. Her career was never the same after Gilda. Gene Reingold said, quote, "Rita Hayworth is not an actress of great depth. She was a dancer, a glamorous personality, and a sex symbol. These qualities are such that they can carry her no further professionally." Unquote. Ouch. Pretty sure Hayworth fans would vehemently disagree with him. Was Gene right? Hayworth's struggle with alcoholism became increasingly apparent, and it began to affect her work and personal life. However, Rita's resilience and determination shone through as she embarked on a journey to confront her addiction. With the support of loved ones and professionals, she sought treatment and began the challenging process of recovery. But the alcohol had done its job. It robbed Hayworth of her most prized asset, her mind. Judy Garland. Judy Garland was born Frances Ethel Gumm on June 10, 1922, in Grand Rapids, Minnesota, the youngest daughter of vaudevillians Ethel Marion and Frances Avent Frank Gumm. A timeless beauty known for her incredible talent as a singer and actress, she began her career at a young age, performing with her sisters in a singing group known as the Gumm Sisters. At only 13 years old, Judy signed a contract with Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer and changed her name to Judy Garland. She quickly rose to fame with her portrayal of Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz, capturing the hearts of audiences worldwide with her rendition of Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Her studio allegedly put her on the path to addiction. They pumped her full of uppers and downers, among other things. They even had her smoking, and she was a kid. The pressure worsened, and Garland turned to the only things she felt would help: drugs and alcohol. Sure, she had professional success, but it came with the price of addiction. Added to her issues was the personal struggles throughout her life. She married 5 times, including her union to director Vincent Minnelli and producer Sidney Luft. On March 12, 1946, in Los Angeles, California, Judy and Vincent gave birth to their daughter, Liza Minnelli, via cesarean section. After a while away from the studio, she soon returned to work, but married life was never the same for Vincent and Judy after they filmed The Pirate together in 1947. With the drugs and the drinking, Judy's mental health was fast deteriorating. The sexy star began hallucinating things and making unfounded accusations towards people, especially her husband. She created a challenging environment on set and also made filming a nightmare. A while later, she teamed up with dancing legend Fred Astaire for the delightful musical Easter Parade, which resulted in a successful comeback. In May 1949, she was checked into a rehabilitation center, which caused her much distress. The pressure of fame, constant scrutiny, and a demanding work schedule took a toll on her mental and physical health. However, Judy Garland was not defined by her struggles. She was celebrated for her resilience and talent. In 1954, she made a triumphant comeback with her iconic role in A Star is Born, showcasing her commanding vocal prowess and acting abilities, cementing her legacy as an icon of resilience and talent. The last vintage beauty story is heartbreaking. Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Monroe was an American actress, comedian, singer, and model. She became one of the world's most enduring iconic figures and is remembered both for her winsome embodiment of the Hollywood sex symbol and her tragic personal and professional struggles within the film industry. Her life story is still subject to much controversy and speculation. Marilyn Monroe, an iconic figure of the 1950s and 60s, was born Norma Jean Mortensen on June 1, 1926 in Los Angeles, California. Her mother, Gladys Pear, was mentally and financially unable to care for young Marilyn. Her early life was marked by instability as she spent much of her childhood in foster care and orphanages. Gladys eventually stabilized her lifestyle and took Marilyn back into her care when Marilyn was 7 years old. Shortly after regaining custody of Marilyn, Gladys had a complete mental breakdown and was diagnosed. After staying with the Goddards for a while, she had to choose between returning to the foster home and getting married because the Goddards were relocating. She eventually married her neighborhood friend James Doherty. He went into the military and she divorced him in 1946, and so began another kind of instability for Monroe, the romantic kind. Despite these challenges, she harbored dreams of becoming a movie star from a young age, and her perseverance eventually paid off. Her beauty and charisma garnered attention, and her breakthrough came in the 1950s when she starred in hit films like Gentlemen Prefer Blondes and Some Like It Hot. She studied acting with Lee Strasberg at the Actors Studio and started her production company to have more creative control over her projects. Her dedication paid off when she delivered a powerful performance in The Misfits and was praised for her emotional depth and vulnerability on screen. The public was now getting to know her and liked what it saw. She had an intoxicating quality of volcanic sexuality wrapped in an aura of almost childlike innocence. Monroe's personal life was just as captivating as her on-screen presence. Her marriages to baseball legend Joe DiMaggio and playwright Arthur Miller drew media attention, but her struggles with alcohol addiction remained more discreet. In 1955, she received her first suspension from the production of The Girl in the Red Velvet Swing in 1955. She got her second suspension the same year for not reporting to work on How to Be Very, Very Popular. Both roles went to others. Her work was slowing down due to her habit of being continually late to the set, her illnesses, and generally being unwilling to cooperate with her producers, directors, and fellow actors. The pressures of fame, relationships, and the demanding Hollywood lifestyle took a toll on her mental health, leading her to rely on alcohol as a coping mechanism. Monroe knew she couldn't continue like that, so she went to rehab voluntarily, but her demons were too powerful. Her visit to rehab failed. Monroe continued to indulge and even began to combine pills with her alcohol. Her addiction ruined her relationships and blew her career apart, but Monroe was lost and she wouldn't find herself before death did. The blonde actress decided to end it all, but some believe there's more to her death. What do you think? Addiction is a powerful thing, and these beauties all tried to fight it, some more successfully than others. Do you think they could have avoided their addictions? Let us know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like this video and hit that subscribe button to follow us for more intriguing videos like this one.